Hello, everyone. We are live, just a little bit late, but whatevs. It's the end
Whatever.
of our workday on a Wednesday afternoon. I'm
Happy
Erica.
Wednesday. And I'm Leah. Hi, guys.
Happy
Happy hump day.
Wednesday. Happy hump day. Is this
We're
the last
here.
Wednesday of no, next week.
No, it is the last Wednesday of June
It
because next
is.
Wednesday is the 1st.
It's the first. Oh,
Yes.
snap,
Where's
snap,
this
snap, snap.
year going?
I don't know. It's been consumed by Corona, by murder hornets, by all the just
It's been a,
craziness.
a jam-packed year.
It has.
And yeah, it's been crazy.
What the second half will bring, I do not know.
I
I
mean,
hope
my
it's good though.
prediction. Yeah, I think so. I
I hope
think
it's good stuff.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of social change happening. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not enough and it's moving. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
positive. I just think there's just good things to come. The elections later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we all need to show up and vote. High voter turnout. High voter turnout.
High voter
High vote.
turnout. High
Do
voter turnout.
can we
I heard.
talk?
Yeah. No, I
We're
heard that.
from we're
I heard that I forgot what states are having pretty high turnouts right now for their
I don't know.
yeah.
I think
I think they're calling them the primaries. I'm not sure.
yes,
Like,
it's
okay.
the primaries. This yesterday was Virginia, so near me. And I think it was Kentucky and one more other place.
I
So
feel like New York because they say
was it New York?
AOC. Well, I heard
Mm.
AOC got reelected, so
Or like she moves on to the next.
or moves on. I don't know. I need to do my research on
Cool. That's
everything.
awesome.
That's why Leah's here to fact check me. So what did you want to talk
No, all
about?
the time. Well, I wanted to talk about voter suppression.
Ooh.
And briefly, because I think as I never really paid attention. I really didn't think
Mm-hmm.
I was super political until until like
Shit hit the fan.
until our politicians are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I probably need to get into this shit. So yeah. Well, no. I mean, I started really paying attention when Obama became president and during his campaign.
His first one or second
His
one?
first one. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I guess it's been a while. I guess, yeah. So it's been a while. And so I'm going to so yesterday Kentucky had their primaries.
Mm-hmm.
In like one city, they had one polling place for like 600,000 people.
Really?
What the fuck? What? And like they're saying what the government is saying is that, it's because of the coronavirus. We have to, make sure, we have to make sure everyone's safe. So we have to, minimize how much is. I'm like, okay, but everyone can mail in votes. Why didn't you make that an option? That's what Maryland did. They just sent us like our packets in the mail and we just sent it off.
Mm-hmm.
But Kentucky, I don't think Kentucky did that. And they had one place for like 600,000 people. They closed the polling place an hour before it was supposed to be done. And there had like hundreds, if not thousands of people still waiting in line. Like they were like banging on the doors, like open the door. Yeah. So finally, finally someone opened the door and like let people in, and I think they got an extension. But really, I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah. Well, they don't want people heard because they'll know that. People want change. So majority of the people want change. And to like, that's a bunch of BS. Like, oh, because of coronavirus, you make it more dangerous by doing it in one location. Because if one person's there without a mask, coughing and sneezing on everyone, well, guess what? You got 6,000 people that just got the virus.
Right.
If you spread it out a little bit, you have less of a risk.
Right. It's crazy.
That doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't jive.
And I think if you look at across the years, high voter turnout usually means the Democrats will win. Why? Why that is because Well, no, because like there's just more of us. Like Democrats, and I say I'm actually independent, so like I say us, but like like there's more Democrats by just sheer number. So when there's high voter turnout, typically the Democrats will win. So the powers that be may not want a high voter turnout. Like they're hoping people will give up. Give up and just be like that. No, we have to, we got to show up, and we do like have to have some caution out there too, because it's not just a popularity contest. So let's take it back about 4 years ago to Hillary Clinton. She got the popular vote, right? She got more votes from us, the people, but the electoral votes didn't go in her favor. So we need to, it's not just enough for the usual folks to vote. We all have to vote. We all have to show up, and that's our right. And I think I'm super passionate about it because like for a woman, one, like we didn't always have the fucking right to vote.
When did we get the right? Like
1920?
So
no, is that wrong?
I like, feel like the 1920s still right, but I'll Google it. Let me do some recon. It hasn't been that long since we've had the right
to vote. Here we go. Let's see. It's the 19th Amendment. Yeah, it was in 1920. August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote. 1920, y'all. I think that's when my grandparents were alive. This is like just 2 generations ago, 2 or 3, depending on how old you are. It's not something that was granted to us. So ladies in our audience, use your right to vote.
Use your right.
Hi, Pep Band. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up?
So that's it. And keep an eye out for that. And I believe there's phone numbers circulating to call if you suspect like voter suppression occurring.
Oh, really? They're gaining it. Yeah, as we should, because Well, word. I saw this a long time ago. I think Rose McGowan, is that her last name? Rose McGowan?
Yeah, she was on
Charmed.
I was gonna say Bewitched, but that's not right. I was like similar. Charmed.
Witches,
And she was. I remember her dating Marilyn
Manson.
Is that
Marilyn Manson? Yeah, Marilyn Manson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she was on, I think it was like Chelsea's talk show. She was mentioning that this is like right before Trump got elected, and she was saying that she had a feeling Trump was going to win because Republicans tend to have more turnout in voting than Democrats. So that's when well, she's anti-Trump, but she was saying that like
I didn't know this.
Yeah, Republicans tend to be more present or more
Oh, they're more active voters.
They're more active voters because they like telling people what to do or something. She said something along those lines, like because they just like telling people what to do. And she had a feeling that the Democrats are we're a little more like, or liberals are just a little more laid back, and it's like it'll work itself out, And so basically,
and we could. we can go into it. Yeah.
So that's why when you said, more voters mean more Democrats, I was like, yeah, because they stopped being, they like realize, or we realize, liberals realize, Democrats realize that like, oh shit, because we didn't vote, shit's hitting the fan. So now we got to go do it.
That's and I also think too, like independence and honestly, I don't, we can go back into it, but I really don't think like Hillary, like, I don't think she sold it to a lot of people. Like, I think what happened was like they
are like in the middle.
Yeah, they didn't. It split the vote. I know, like people went independent or they voted for a whole other person, or a Green Party, and so when we don't unite under, who the nominee is, then sometimes like that happens. And I'm not saying that's good, bad, or whatever. It's just one of the issues from last time. And I think that also made me realize how important the primaries were. Because I never really considered the primaries being as important until last time, because
Same here.
All like at least the data would have, we would have gone Bernie, Bernie could have won and beat Trump, but that's not how it went. So, primaries are important too. So show up and vote. So we'll see what happens.
Full shizzle.
We'll see what happens, guys. But keep yourselves informed and educate yourself. And by all means, I don't know everything. I learn something new about the stuff every day.
You don't.
I don't. Can I switch the topic? Is that all good?
Yeah, I have a few like news stuff, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me just talk a little bit about. Awesome. Well, let me talk about my hair. So yeah, I feel like I'm just getting really close. I showed on our stories that I bake how I just literally let it sit there and I just let it bake. So I finished working out about an hour ago. And I usually don't work out at night, but look, guys, it doesn't look gross or yucky.
It looks good. It looks like you just showered.
This was just literally
baking.
A shitload of
a lot.
A lot of what is it called? Dry shampoo. I let it sit for a minimum, guys, a minimum of 15 minutes. On a normal day, I would let it sit for a good 30.
I mean,
an hour if I don't got nothing, and then I just rub it in.
I did a little bit, but I don't put as much as you do because I saw your filter and it was white, and I actually not your filter, your story, and I thought you had a filter that made your hair look gray, and then you're like, no, or you said it on there baking. I was like, shit, I thought that was a filter because at first I looked at it without reading your caption, and then I read your caption. I was like, oh shit, she puts that much on. I'm doing it wrong.
No, you may not need that much, but I sweat so much. Oh my gosh, guys! I sweat so much. It's so bad.
You sweat a lot.
I needed to soak it all up. So
yeah,
that's all.
No, yeah.
I feel like my muscles are jelly though, because
that's good.
The pre-workout is out of my system now, and I feel really weak.
Oh my god, I've been feeling tight. My body's been super, super tight.
Same.
I don't know what it's called. My what is it? Shin split or in the front?
Yeah, your shins.
Yeah, through my foot on my left side has been hurting a lot.
Ouch.
When I walk and all that. So I decided this week I was okay. I love my lifting program, but it does make me all tight, especially my hip flexors. I'm really, really losing a lot of flexibility really, really quickly. And I was homie, don't play that because I try to do basic things that I've been able to do my whole life. I'm actually pretty flexible. For never really stretching or anything, and I'm starting to lose that. And I was like, oh hell no, let me go back. So I just been stretching. This morning I woke up, I just did a bunch of stretches. My back feels better, my legs feel better, and then I did a bar workout, which is kind of help opening the hip flexors and
maybe I'll do that on the weekends.
It's not an easy workout though.
Oh, I've seen people do that one, and I'm like, that does not look.
Have you done Barbie?
No, and it looks hard as fuck.
Yeah, it was a big leg burner. I was like, I was like, let me just modify. I'm just gonna go in the modification zone, and I'm okay with it because, guys, I mean, I gained 30, 50 pounds doing hard workouts, so I know for a fact that it's not about working out. So I'm deciding, you know what, my body really wants something like this, and so I was really excited when last night I went to bed and saw that the bar program was available in this. I pay a yearly subscription to workout programs, and every time they have new ones, you have to pay extra to get the new one. So I didn't pay extra,
or on time, right? When they come out,
the early VIP or whatever, and then you have to wait a few months, and then it'll be on the library. So I waited, and it's here, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go for it. Why not? And I don't even need to put on shoes. Awesome.
That's even better.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need shoes. I could just do this here. I feel good. So I felt after that workout, my hips felt great.
Really?
And I'm going to be able to reach my middle of my foot again because right now I could only hit the toes.
My gosh.
So before I used to be able to go here when I was stretching. I can't do that anymore. It's really uncomfortable. And I don't like it.
My hammies are tight. My calves are tight. My hips are tight. I probably need to do something like that. Loosen it all up. Charlie's totally looking for attention. You don't see him, but
and he doesn't even like being on camera though. He just wants
he just wants attention. That's all.
Your attention.
Poor baby.
Yeah. Question for you.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of stretching, working out, flexibility. So, guys, before we go into this, the other day I sent Lea a TikTok video, and it's this girl saying, like, if you want flat abs, do this. Is it Japanese? It was Japanese.
Yes, Japanese, yeah.
Japanese tradition where it's like put like a foam roller or like a rolled up towels like in the small of your back, and like lay stretched out, palms up. Palms up.
No, palms down.
Oh, palms down.
And then your pinkies touch.
I've been doing palms up. So pinkies touching.
Yep.
And then your feet, your heels are touching. And so, right? Or feet are touching. Your toes are touching. I do it all wrong. I did heels. Anyways, that's why.
We'll watch it again, but I'm pretty sure it's toes and then your pinkies.
Yeah. You just lie back, and
so you did it too. How did that feel doing it that way?
So I did it, and it felt fine. Like the first day, I couldn't get my legs together because of the flexibility. That's when I realized, like, flexibility wise, I just felt like after 5 minutes, you're supposed to do this for 5 minutes. I just felt like I got stuck, and so I just rolled because I have a big ass foam roller. It's like
yours is. Yeah,
mine's really thick, so I had to like roll it down and like lay on the floor because my back was also really tired.
Yes,
I did it yesterday, and I was touching my heels. I guess I've been doing it wrong, but my heels.
Let's try it again.
But overall, I kind of do that move anyway, just not for that long. Maybe I don't do like all the detail stuff, so it was fine. But then Lea texted me. She's like, "Dude, that workout is hard." And I was like, really? What do you mean? I was like, save it for the podcast.
Holy shit, guys.
Tell me why it was hard.
Try it again. But
do it right.
Do it, yeah.
I've been doing it wrong. So I'm going to text me like, oh my God, this was way harder than I had thought. I thought it was really easy. I was just doing it
We could do it together after this, or like go live and we could do it together and see what happens. Okay. So I don't have a foam roller. I would assume that it's even harder with your size because I just rolled up a blanket and like put it underneath. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so, and it could be my flexibility too. Like I couldn't keep putting my toes together wasn't bad, but it's the holding it that was, oh my gosh, awful. And then having my arms or like my hands wouldn't go flat. Like it was raised a little bit, so I'm thinking like my lats are pretty tight, or even like my shoulders are rolled in as opposed to rolled out. I just cracked my back doing that, and just like the holding. Oh my gosh, my muscles got so tired. I was like, "Is it almost over?" Like 5 minutes was forever. I don't think I felt. I'm not sure I felt anything in my abs area. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because I was just in a lot of overall pain. Like
everything was hurting.
The body hurt. I was like, this sucks. Well, so I don't know. I haven't done it since. Okay. I'm gonna have to try to put it into practice like at the end of the day. It was actually a really good like
back
stretch for your back and lower back, and I have like a really high arch because my butt's so big. Like when that's why you need the foam roller or whatever it is.
I don't have an ass, so there you go.
I was like, oh my gosh, it was uncomfortable and it hurt to hold it for 5 minutes. I was definitely not holding it all the way through. Like I had to move and readjust because it was really painful. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yesterday. So yesterday, like I felt that it made my digestion better holding it. So I was kind of constipated yesterday. FYI, guys, constipated. And I put that under, and like immediately I was like gassy.
Okay.
So I'm wondering because I know
cool.
like when you do certain yoga moves, like when you stretch out certain things, they're like, oh, this helps this helps this. So I know I was tight the first day.
Yeah.
Because my body's been really tight. And so when I did it again yesterday, I noticed my flexibility was slightly different. And that's why I was like, I need to stretch more because I used to kind of do this anyway, but not in this manner because I have a lot of back pain and a lot of like tightness in my hip flexors. And so that's why I'm like, okay, well, I need to keep doing this. So I'll do it later. I didn't do it today, but I'll do it later on.
I will try it maybe before bed today and just like kind of chill and see how it goes. Yeah.
Just relaxing. So I have like a gazillion tabs open, which I never
So do I. I'm like, oh, I need to close some tabs.
I know, but I kept it open because I had stories, but I did email them to myself. So
good.
I wanted to talk some like crazy news that's happening.
Ooh,
I don't know if you've heard of it. So the first story I have, Lea, I don't know if you've heard of this. There's a military, I think it's built military base in Texas called Fort Hood.
Yes.
And so back in April, I
know this.
The girl went missing. Somebody that's in, I don't know what they're called. She's
was she in the army? I feel like
in the army. Yeah, her name is Vanessa Guillen. And she went missing, and no one had heard her. Like the base wasn't giving any information, whatnot. Like she just no one had seen her.
Disappeared.
No one had seen her since April 22nd. And then just recently, they suspect foul play, and the family believes she was getting like some sort of like sexual harassment or some sort of harassment. But still, nothing's been found. If you Google search, like the mom recently went did like something for the press, like help finding her, what happened to her. But here's even the trippiest thing: she's not the only person that's gone missing.
Oh, that's new information to me.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. There's others
from the same base.
From the same base.
Oh, motherfuckers! Sorry.
So I don't know if you've heard of this. So okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit. When did he go missing? Okay, so there's another. Are they called officers? I don't know. There's another person that went missing back in August of 2019.
Oh shit!
Right. So in August of 2019, he went missing, and he was last seen like right outside the base, Fort Ord. Mm-hmm. He was like 22. He's 24 years old. His last name's Morales. Weird thing, in November of 2019, his mother's like house caught fire randomly. And just on Friday, June 20th, or Friday, June 20th, that wasn't this Friday. Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Just on Friday, June 20th, I thought we were like way ahead in the future, I guess. A body was found, and it was him.
Yeah. Where?
They said in a field, but I think the field's near there. It didn't say the location of the field. I have to Google it, but it seems like it was near there. And I got this information, guys. I'll put it up. It's called the truecrimesociety.com. That's where I got the information from. Now let me find where you're at. There you are. That's why I have all the okay, but get this.
Oh, there's more. Oh my God.
In October of 2016, a private Dakota stump went missing. In October 10th, 2016, almost a month later, on November 3rd, he was found in a wooded area just 20 yards from a specific building in Fort Ord, and his car was flipped over. Now, they had been saying that he probably got in an accident and crashed, and no one knew like what happened. But that's kind of like, it's just really weird. If it's like 100 yards, that's not that far, even if it's in a wooded area. I don't know. And I don't know if this building's like highly occupied where people can hear, or when that happened. So it's just kind of really strange that like just like that area so close wasn't investigated. But then there's more.
Oh my
God. I hope I'm not, let me go on that site to make sure that I'm not like saying this. So when I looked up this Vanessa Guillen stuff, it says, okay, in March of 2020, a prostitution sting was carried out at Fort Ord. Fort Hood. Sorry. Fort Hood.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a whole different one, but all the same one.
Fort Hood. Fort Ord. Or some cabin. I think there's one here called Fort Ord here in our town.
Okay.
Fort Hood. So 14 people were arrested, including 6 soldiers.
Huh.
Part of it. So that's just like some crazy stuff that's happening. In that base. And I think there was other stuff that happened. I saw somebody else post about it, but I didn't find all that detail. I just found this stuff. So I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And when you join the military and all that, like you think you'd be safe because you're with a bunch of people, soldiers, but it looks like nope, things are not safe.
Oh no. Oh, I don't even know where to begin with this. That's crazy. That's a lot more information than I had. Like I knew about Vanessa Guillen, which we got to go find some answers. Like what is going on and why is it taking this long? Mm-hmm. And why isn't the military being forthcoming and transparent about what, that's your people. You know what I mean? You're supposed to know where they're at. And just so they're supposed to be safe, especially when they're in our country and on our bases. So, and it's definitely I'm not surprised. Like it's definitely like a boys' club. So, and I don't know what the hell is the cover up, but like there has to be one. If they're not being transparent, what are we to assume? Like, I think the call is just to be open and honest. And if you fucked up, own up to it and try to figure out what happened to her. Or if you know what happened to her, you might want to start like sharing, like this is like a human being. And that's craziness that all of that happened in one base in the span of less than a year.
Yeah, so, the last one I meant. Well, 3 things happened in less than a year, and then the other one, the private stump was the one that was found in the car. That was in 2016.
That's crazy.
Fairly recent. I mean, 4 years ago. That's not too long ago. So that's kind of some trippy, weird stuff that's happening out there. And then, did you hear about this?
Ooh, there's more. The
Biebs. Did you hear about the Biebs? Justin Bieber? The Biebs? You didn't hear about Justin Bieber?
Is it a sexual assault situation?
Yeah.
He got accused.
Yeah, so he got accused. But I think it happened like, what did he say? When did it say it happened? It was like in March of 2014. He was 20 then, who was then 21, yeah. So supposedly this happened at South by Southwest. At the time, Justin Bieber was dating Selena Gomez. So he quickly provided receipts, and he said he was staying at an Airbnb with Selena, not at
he wasn't there?
Yeah, that supposedly. So the accuser called him out on Twitter, I guess. And I think the tweet has been deleted since then. But she says her friend that Bieber invited her and her friends back to his hotel room at the Four Seasons. But what he's saying is like, no, it wasn't me. I got an Airbnb with Selena. Here's my receipts. Here's some pictures. So he quickly was like just like saying, no, here's like a paper trail of where I was at.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's fascinating.
So the girl that did the accusation said that she was inspired because another girl came out, said that somebody else, Ansel.
He was. Oh, you know him from there. I was thinking.
Well, I also know him from that cancer movie. I don't know what it's called.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Yes, the cancer movie. I was like, do people have cancer? Of course, I make serious stuff funny. Yeah.
I just didn't remember. It's like the new age, A Walk to Remember.
Yeah, but A Walk to Remember, only one of them had cancer. This is what they did.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Hey, Mel. Yeah, so supposedly she got inspired by that. But what it seems with the Ansel, what happened with Ansel is that the girl had said yes at first and then said stop, is what she was saying, and then did it. So that's like what she was saying when I read it a little bit was that it was like her first time, and then
she was 17 and he was like 24,
I think.
24.
Something around there. Maybe not. I have to go back to
Dude.
But I was just like, oh, these men. And it doesn't look like both accusations seem like at first the girls were kind of into it and then we're like, stop. So it's like there needs to be some training with these men to say, okay, you said stop, I'm gonna stop, okay? But
yeah. Stop means stop. No stop means no.
Stop means stop. But what?
Pretty clear.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's this day and age though, it's like if it comes out, I'm like, oh, okay, it probably is true because like, I mean, with all this technology, with all this stuff, is like if you're gonna make an accusation, you better be sure that it's the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
100%. And but you know what, like it's gosh, like it's this how you I don't even know where I have so many thoughts. I have so many thoughts coming in.
Eclectic.
Like I don't know about you guys. Like my sex talk literally was, I got my period. It was like the first day I got my period.
Don't kiss
no, even better. It was don't let boys touch you or else you'll get pregnant. And so I'm like in 6th grade, 7th grade, I can't remember. And I was like, okay, mom, huh? Like what? And of course, they teach you all the things, right? They teach you all the things in health class. But what they don't teach you is consent. Like, I know, like in my, and maybe the next generation is different, or maybe this is the call. This is the call to be better, to raise our kids better, or even our education system. Like maybe it's time to include consents in the curriculum for health. And it sucks that, because you think it's just plain and simple, no means no, stop means stop. But obviously there's a problem. And I hate to say, like it's coming up, and it's coming up to the forefront to be dealt with. And I know there's a lot. Oh, Mallory, here we go. My sex talk was through my church youth group, and it was incredibly comprehensive. That's fantastic. Good. Mallory, let me know if they went through consent in there too. Through your church youth group. I have not heard of that. Okay. Yeah, let me know if they went through consent in there, because I think that was one thing, at least when we were kids, when we were younger and in middle school and into high school, we didn't get the consent talk.
Yeah, I don't think I ever.
They did. That makes me really happy. That really does, Mallory, that they did cover that, because maybe there is change.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I've only seen this depicted in movies or shows. So I was watching this movie, I forgot what it was called, but they were like junior high kids, and like they were playing spin the bottle, and like before they kissed them, like, I consent to this, or do you consent?
Gosh, yes,
they were saying that. Like,
I just watched that movie.
Yeah, it's about the 3 little kids.
Yes, they're like in middle school.
It's like really good at the same time. Yeah, they're like, do you consent to this? Yes, I consent to this too.
Yes.
And then there was another show I was watching. Now this is like a futuristic sci-fi show where they're like on these apps, like kind of like Tinder and all that. But it was just like a hookup app. So like right before they like hook up, they have to record each other saying, I consent to this. Like, I'm blah blah blah.
Wow.
And I'm consent.
But see, the issue with that is like you can revoke consent at any point in time. Like even if you record yourself like saying, "Hey, I can consent right now," but like I could be in the middle of things and be like, "Nah, this ain't cool. I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. I'm done." Stop.
Yeah, I think that's the issue with these two stories. It seems like, well, I mean, well, the Justin Bieber one seems a little more like, maybe the timing was, I don't know, because of the receipts. I was like, oh, the receipts don't really prove
really
much.
Crazy. Yeah.
Somebody else get the room, whatever.
That's crazy. Hey, Shy.
Shy. All I'm saying is that when you're in the middle,
I'm just glad that, I'm glad the conversations are happening, and
Plus, I'm not a big Justin Bieber fan, so I never was. So,
yeah, I don't think he really called to me either. I know people who love them some Biebs, but
I'm like Justin Timberlake.
There you go. There you go.
Not just give me the Timberlake. Well, old school Timberlake. Now I'm just like whatever. Yeah. I don't really care about Justin Timberlake anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't care for his new stuff. I was like done with him with Sexy Back. I was like, okay.
I think I liked his album after. I can't remember what it was though.
You're done.
Yeah.
For me, it's still bye.
What else you got on that list?
Big ones, okay. That was it.
Those are good. I got a couple things. But
now it's your turn. Your turn to bring it. Bring in the heat.
You already brought some heat. You brought some true crime, like real life shit. Let's talk baseball, ladies and gents. Baseball is coming back.
How are they doing this? Tell me, because I haven't talked
to super okay.
Oh, you talk. I'm gonna put my mic on mute because my hair is bugging me. You keep talking.
Spritz some dry shampoo.
About baseball, don't fix my hair, and it's really hard to fix my hair on here because it's the opposite.
Why? It looks great. Oh, I know. I think it looks great. No.
You keep talking.
Okay. Anyways, baseball is coming back. I want to say in July. I think July 1st. Oh my gosh, I might be getting that wrong. Let me see if this is coming back. Okay, so I think July 1st, they're going to spring training. And I think at the end of July, I want to say July 26th, 27th-ish, they're going to kick off. They're doing things a little bit differently. I think it's going to be 60 games. Each team will play 60 games, but they're not doing National League versus National League, American League versus American. They're doing by region. So it's going to be West Coast versus West Coast, Central versus Central, and East Coast versus East Coast. So like the Nationals.
So the Yankees will never play the Dodgers. The Dodgers.
Right. Or yeah. Well, see, like here's another example because they're in a different league. So the National League would be the Dodgers and the Nats, which was like by chance I moved here and still got to see my Dodgers. So they're in the same league, but they're not going to play in the regular season together just to minimize the travel and what else. So they're not going to play in the regular season. What's interesting is like the Yankees will play the Nats, which they rarely ever play because American League and National League, unless they, meet each other like the World Series or something. So that's what's going to happen. No crowds at any of the games. Everything will be obviously televised, but no fans. And here we go. I just got in on my phone that the 2020 World Series odds are the Dodgers. The Dodgers and the Yankees have plus 350 are their odds to win the World Series.
So when they're doing all of this, they're taking like each region, the best of, and doing the playoffs there, and then they're gonna come together.
Yeah, I feel like there's. I thought there was like a fourth, because how are they going to do that if there's 3 regions? I don't know. I have to look at that a little bit, but according to the Bleacher Report, the odds are the Dodgers and the Yankees are the favorites to go to the World Series. But we're always the freaking favorites and we never freaking win. So I'm just going to
leave it at that.
I'm just going to let them play it out on the field. I'm really excited baseball's back. The NBA is also coming back. They're doing things a little bit differently than baseball.
Before you into NBA.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah. Back to baseball.
I'm going to say MLB. That's not what it is.
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I had it right. How many games do they usually play a year? Like regular season?
I thought it was like 80.
And now they're doing 60, so they're reducing it.
Yeah, by like
Because usually they do their spring training in like April, right?
Yeah,
like super. Yeah, right when the corona hit.
That was perfect.
Like,
they actually did go to spring training, and then they pulled everyone back. Yeah.
Oh, did they go? Mm-hmm. They do that in Arizona, right?
Yep.
And fans can attend and everything, so they probably did.
Right. And then let's see what else. Oh yeah, so at the NBA, they're having their own little city in Walt Disney World. So I don't know the details as much. I don't think it's all the teams. I think it's the teams that would qualify to continue to play, and then they're going to have like a quick playoffs, like in the fall. But no fans, and everyone, all those teams are staying at Walt Disney World.
So they're just staying. They're all getting tested.
Yep.
Before they enter.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, it sucks that like fans can't go, because I think for me, like going to baseball games, I love going to baseball games, but I hate watching it on TV unless it's like really good, right? There's been times where I'm like, oh, they're so close, but for the most part, watching it on TV is pretty fucking boring.
This was painful, but whatevs. I remember when the Giants won the World Series. I don't think it was the day they won. They were in the World Series, and you guys were watching it in my apartment in Riverside. And I just remember like, oh, this sucks. Like, but Chewy was very happy. He was very excited. I was rooting for them because I will root for the National League whenever the World Series is happening. Always the National League.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I will watch baseball on TV. Like, I've grown into it a little bit. Yeah. Like, it's not my favorite thing to watch. I love watching basketball on TV. Football, definitely. Baseball was the last thing that I developed.
Yeah, I only like watching basketball like at the end. Like,
the playoffs.
Playoffs.
People bring their big games.
I remember, because my dad was never into basketball. So when I moved to Venice, that's when one of the last few years that like the Boston Celtics were playing against the Lakers, and I didn't really care for basketball. All I knew was that I didn't really care for the Lakers because everyone, Lea made me hate the Lakers, because the first thing Lea said when I met her was 3P, and I didn't know what the fuck that was. I'm just kidding. That was basically the first words out of her mouth that I remember. 3P, and she was like 3P, and I was like, what is
we're going with it. Yep.
But no, I thought it was better to be anti-Lakers that year, and it was fun because so me and my apartment complex, because we were all friends, would watch like the game, and like we would change into like colors. So I had like a green shirt. I just changed into a green shirt. I didn't even have a Boston shirt, and then we like literally would have like
it was
wrestle. Wrestle. There's like a picture of us. I have to find it. It's like an old picture where we're just like all outside and like people's arms are everywhere. Like it was all with love. It was all with love. We didn't hurt each other. We were like fake fighting, but it was really.
It was fun to watch games at your apartment complex because everyone. Everyone was super into it.
So it's almost as if you were at the game.
Right.
So that was fun.
Right. So. There was some controversy with the NBA. I think there's some players like Kyrie Irving and Dwight Howard were kind of like they were voting not to play or just to call it the season, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement and like pushing for social change and systemic change. They made the argument that they wanted the Black Lives Matter movement to take the spotlight. And if they were going to play, the concern was that it would distract from the movement. So there's still some debate about that, but it sounds like people will play. But there's like the argument, like, well, what do you do? Do you use your platform, and highlight, the changes that need to be made? Or do you allow like the movement to happen and be a part of it in that way? So there's that. And then football obviously is still coming back.
Of course. Football. There's football.
I mean, we can.
The 49ers better win. See, okay, I reversed. I used to watch football all the time, and then Niners losing, and then I stopped. And then I don't watch football. Well,
look,
I can't watch the Niners because I get too stressed out.
It's stressful.
It's really stressful.
It's really stressful.
I get really stressed, so that's why I don't watch it, because I don't want to be stressed out for the whole game. So I decide to just like out of sight, out of mind, and then celebrate.
I'm laughing because it just makes me think of. It makes me think of this time. It was the whole crew. We were in San Francisco visiting Erica, and so we went to a bar in San Francisco. They closed that bar. Yeah. That bar is closed. Oh, they were so nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it like they closed because of COVID? Yeah, that's why I liked it. It's been closed. Oh my gosh, they were so nice, and it was so much fun watching it because they had that giant screen. But it was not this time, but the last time the Niners went to the Super Bowl, we watched, and it was also when the Ravens went to the Super Bowl. We watched both of those semifinal games, and it was crazy because we were drinking all day, and the emotion when the Niners won. Oh, we had grown men crying.
We did.
Grown men were shedding tears, and like I don't even know. I just remember yelling at the top of my lungs. That whole place.
And we're in San Francisco.
Nuts.
We're in San Francisco when the stadium was still in San Francisco. Now it's like just south of San Francisco in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like awesome. And you know, we went to one of the last season they had.
We did
Candlestick Park. There's nothing there anymore. They demolished it.
What are they? Are they
doing like? They're just gonna build houses there or something. I gotta check. New
Candlestick. Yeah, we went to like the second to the last home game there at Candlestick.
Yeah. Grown men crying.
Grown men crying.
Either that place
so much fun.
Or it closed.
Man.
I think it's not there anymore, because remember when when you went to Outside Lands and then Dawn dropped her phone in the toilet and I went with her to the Apple store. We went to that bar to have a drink before we went back. You know.
Well, I mean, I know we're.
No, I was gonna say it was just like a restaurant, like full of old people and like cheap drinks, and it was good.
We loved it. It was so
nothing
great.
Fancy,
nothing fancy. It was fantastic. It was perfect. Great. It was like good for a big crowd, your squad, and they just kept the drinks flowing. It was awesome. Speaking of, this will likely be our last topic. I don't know if you have anything else.
I was gonna say something funny, but
okay. Well,
the conversation it was the conversation I had with my niece.
Oh, okay. We will wrap up with that. But before we do, Outside Lands is canceled this year, but they released their lineup for next year already, right? And Lizzo is on that list.
Yeah, guys. I saw her there before already, so I already have my ticket.
So you're just gonna bounce it over.
Yeah, we're just gonna bounce it over.
I'm considering doing it. I'm considering doing Outside Lands 2021.
Tickets go on sale. I think they said Friday, Thursday, tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
25th. Whenever is that tomorrow? Oh, snap! Do you think they'll sell out?
I don't know. Maybe not so far in
I
advance.
remember when we did it the last time I went, we were like waiting online, so I'm like concerned. Did you guys do well? We can talk about it, but guys, for the Soul Squad, like or Soul Gang, Soul Gang.
You don't like the word squads. I'm surprised.
Surprised I'm not a fan of the squad name. But anyways, gangsters, look up Outside Lands. If you enjoy music, take a look, and maybe it'll be an event. Guys. I do want the food because the food was bomb all weekend, and good music, good times.
Lizzo and somebody else.
Honestly, that was the only name that I locked in on. So I don't know.
Lizzo's the big one. The Strokes. There you go.
Oh, the Strokes. Okay.
Yeah, and then from the like smaller list, I like so Nelly's on here.
Oh my God, Dawn has to go.
There's another band. So remember Something Corporate?
Love Something Corporate. Yeah.
So he has a new band. The lead singer of Something Corporate has his own. I think it's his independent project called Andrew in the Wilderness, and he's gonna be there. So
is Lauren Conrad gonna be there too?
Who?
Lauren Conrad, his wifey.
Lauren Conrad is not his wife. From The Hill?
Yeah.
No, that Lauren Conrad is married to somebody else.
From Something Corporate.
Yeah, that was the guy. I think she was married to William Tell.
William Tell!
He had left the band before they separated. So
gotcha. Okay. So I wasn't completely.
I was like, no, he's married to like his high school sweetheart.
Like completely off base.
No, you were. I had to remember because I didn't know she got married to him. Oh, I loved William Tell too. And then I remember the first concert I went to where William Tell wasn't there, and I was like, "Where's William Tell?" And he had left.
Oh,
well, I guess he wasn't the original. I think he did bass or something. I don't think he was the original bass guy. And then they got another guy, and whatever, you know.
Well, let's cap it off with your
my cute little story.
Yeah,
my niece. She's so crazy. She's so crazy. So I go over Saturday hanging out where she's like, let's play. So we're playing, and she like makes up a name. She pretends like we like time traveled or something, and that we're in this room, and this princess, I forgot the princess name, but she kept saying Queen Mary. She kept saying Queen Mary.
Okay.
And I was like, I kind of stopped for a moment. I was like, do you know what the Queen Mary is? And she's like, yeah, it's a boat in LA. Like she knew about the boat. And she's like, yeah. And there's a haunted room. And she wasn't far off from the room. Like she got the numbers right, but out of order. She's like, I think it's like 14 or 43. It's like 34B because I looked it up. So then I'm talking. So like, I was like, what the fuck? She's like, oh, I saw it on YouTube. So she's like, I saw it on YouTube. I was like, okay. So yesterday I was talking to her and I told her what room it was. I was like, oh, I found that room for the Queen Mary. And she's like, yeah. So then she starts telling me that there's like 2 ghosts in there that are trapped and they can't go play. Like the other ghosts go out and play, but these ghosts don't go. They're trapped in the room and they can't leave the room. And she's like, yeah, they found out about it because they use the Ouija board. And I was like, hold up. Do you know what a Ouija board is? And she's like, yeah, it's this board that you move this thing and you ask it, hey, hey, ghost, where are my keys?
Where'd my keys?
Where are my keys? Like car keys. Oh, no. She didn't say, where are my keys? She said, hey, ghost. She's like, you ask it, hey, ghost, did you take my keys?
Oh.
So then I was just like, why don't you just ask it where they're at? For her to ask it. It was really funny.
Like, so cute. How old is she now?
And I was like, so you're gonna ask the ghost like if they took your keys. Like, so next time my keys are lost, I'm just gonna take out the Ouija board and go, hey ghost, where are my keys? So I thought it was really funny because I'm just like, letting her talk, and then I asked her, just me being like me, because I have a lot of imagination too. I was like, have you seen ghosts? And she's like, and she was like, no. Well, there was this one time, and I knew she's totally making this up.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's a scary cat, so I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. So I was like,
she's chill about it.
There was this one time I was like in the hall, and by the closet, I saw this guy, the guy from the Penny, and I was like, Abraham Lincoln. And she's like, yeah. And he saw me and he ran to the closet and disappeared. And I was like, it was cold because that's where the blankets are at. She's like, oh, maybe.
Did she call him a racist?
I was like, you fucking with me right now?
She's too cute.
I thought it was really fun. I was having a blast just hearing her tell me Mary's haunted, what a Ouija board is, and seeing Abraham Lincoln.
How old is she?
7.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's 7. The last time I saw her, yeah, she was a newborn, or like at least a few months old.
Yeah, she was a little. Yeah. She's a little nugget. Now she's a big old nugget.
Telling you crazy stories.
Telling me crazy crazy. All right, guys. That is the end of the episode.
That's it. That's
all we love you.
We love you so much.
Friday. Check out our episode tomorrow. It's funny.
It's funny.
I forgot what we talked about, but it's good stuff. I remembered. I have to listen to it so I could upload it and write show. Good stuff. Check it out. Remember to tell your friends, subscribe, all the good stuff. All the things. We love you.
Love
Bye.
you.